to suggest
running for your life.
Mine's playing tricks on me. Wait, what? Soma here. Someone tell me what's going on. Are you certain they're Devour marks? Where are they? Acknowledged. Stay where you are. I'm en route to the outer wall right now. I'll come meet you.
Good day to you all, and thank you for joining me.
What can we do for you, Doctor? Oh, hey, Soma's back. What up, Soma?
It's good to see you all again.
New information has come to light concerning that anomalous bias field you've been encountering of late. To begin, let me give a summary of our intelligence.
Doctor, perhaps I should.
Of course, Soma, as you wish.
This way we can skip the usual proceedings. I have reason to believe that a second Nova has been born in the Far East.
Another one? Soma.
Since the events of the ARC project, I've gathered up any unstable nova fragments I could find. I wanted to have them accounted for. A temporary facility was constructed on Aegis to hold them in stasis and eventually dispose of them. Then, yesterday, we discovered a hole had been gouged out of the containment field.
Say what?
Most likely, one of the fragments deteriorated to a point where it could no longer be contained, kickstarting its drive to devour. Speculation suggests that the fragment is still within the Far East and has taken the form of an origami. The inspections weren't thorough enough. The response wasn't fast enough. I failed, and another monster was unleashed upon the Far East.
Now, Soma, we will accept none of this. The fault lies on more shoulders than you know. I was responsible as well. Knowing you were overworked and understaffed, I gave you yet another massive project to undertake.
You didn't let the beast out of its cage.
In any case, this presumed nova has not been roaming free for very long. Its power is still mostly potential, contained in its larval stage. However, should it manage to reach adulthood, I doubt even the entire first unit could defeat the beast. Suffice to say, we must slay this creature. The sooner the better.
Dr. Sakaki, I beg of you, the fault is mine. This disaster is of my making. Let me be the one to amend it.
Enough, Soma.
Of course, Doctor.
This nova is an incredible threat to us here in the Far East. I expect you to proceed with caution. I will do all I can to track the beast.
And thus, Coda saved the day. The end.
Strange. My god arc wouldn't respond. Every command I gave was met with a struggle.
Super weird.
God Eaters, respond! Are you sure you killed it?
Yeah. Looks totally dead.
Guys, the Nova's Oracle response is still stable. Something's wrong!
No!
She's right! Get back!
Oh, man.
Damn it! Nova tricked us. It's gone.
Hey there! Hibari told me the Nova managed to trick you guys and make a run for it. She wanted me to do some research, so I took a look at the combat log. Ooh, that is a nasty piece of origami. In a perfect world, we'd have ourselves a little powwow about our options. But you and I know time is not on our side. Where do I start? Hey, did anyone ever tell you how the outer wall works? The big old one that encircles the whole branch? The super basic explanation is that the plating is inlaid with bias factors, particularly ones that the origami don't want to eat. From what I discovered, the second nova operates on the same principles, the super basic ones. It's got a ton of different bias factors inside because it devours other origami and absorbs them. You see? Kinda? No? Okay, it's like this. Your god arcs will react to the nova the same way origami react to the wall. It's an unappetizing combination, like squid and peanut butter. This, I imagine, is why Alyssa's god arc wouldn't function right. You see where I'm going with this? The nova will keep devouring, keep taking in weirder bias factors. And that means our weapons will become less and less effective as the monster gets strong. Still, gotta keep your chin up, right? Stay positive. We'll find a way to break through that defense. Plenty of research still to be done. And you know me, I'm real good at research.
I hope Soma's doing all right. He's been back and forth between his lab and Sakaki's for days now. I don't know when he's sleeping, if he's sleeping. I guess he dug out some of his mom and dad's old research notes or something. That's what he said, anyways. He was grumbling about his dad, and you know how Soma gets when he's on a rant like that. He can curse very creatively, but he had this look in his eye. It was driven, but almost excited. I was glad, really. He seemed to be getting past all this, accepting his parents regardless of the problems, and then the nova they created turns into something like this. It's more than one guy should ever have to deal with. It'd be way too much for me to deal with. It's the same thing that happened with Alyssa. I don't know how to help him, how to make it better again. And of course, I always come whining to you for help. You serious? Like, actually serious? Well, alright then. I'll totally make it happen. Let Operation Laughing Soma begin! It is only now I realize I've never gotten him to crack a smile.
The Nova's in the area. Fan out and track it down. When you've confirmed the target, signal for backup. We'll converge and face it together. Understood?
No sign of the Nova out here either.
Guys, check out the moon! It's freaking huge!
And if the moon was our target, we'd have found it already. It's up there every night, you know.
The Nova's nearby.
Cut out!
Now? We can't beat this thing. We have to fall back. Soma!
Seriously?
This monster roams free because I let it. And I will be the one to cut it down.
Really? Is he really doing this?
Oh, we can't let him face it alone.
On it!
I'll put you down! Die! No!
Soma!
Get away! Too strong!
Face me!
Disengage, Soma! We gotta get out of here! Soma! Talk to me, buddy! Come on! Not good!
Do you hear me? Anyone? What's wrong?
Thank heaven you're back. We lost contact with Soma's team. We've had no comms and no visuals since they went dark. I'll ping their last known location. Go find them. We will.
Let's move.
No!
I'll cover you.
No, you can't be.
How'd you...
Really her.
What in the world was that?
Come in, please answer! Situation report, anything!
We're here. We're okay. Habari, send an exfil chopper right now. Put the medical unit on standby.
Right, got it. Sending out the orders. We'll have them ready for you.
3 of our own. That monster managed to bring 3 of our best to their knees. They'll survive, thank goodness, but they will be laid up for quite some time to recover. Longer still before they can fight again. I am truly sorry. This was a disaster. I should have seen it coming. The second nova is growing at a pace unprecedented. I didn't see that risk. I didn't predict it. That monster must have devoured countless origami by now. Likely a sea of twisted and chaotic bias factors are warring within it. We have to face the possibility that engaging the nova in combat is not a viable option. If even our vaunted first unit stood no chance. To be honest, I don't know. I am at a loss. No, there is one possibility. It would need the entire first unit in prime form if it is to end better than our last attempt. Oh, it's crazy, but it just may work. We'll wait, however. No point in getting everyone's hopes up. Once the others have fully recovered, we can broach this again. Sakuya provided me with a preliminary report of the encounter. It's interesting to say the least. The girl may very well have been Shio, except we've seen no evidence of a singularity or any anomaly. Suffice to say, a much deeper investigation is in order. It all comes down to this. We cannot afford to press the nova. The den would be defenseless if it chose to attack us here. Moreover, until everyone is back on their feet, I am hesitant to plan further strategies. I know a lot of pressure just fell upon your shoulders, but I have every confidence in you.
Well, it's the plain truth. Leading a unit is not for the faint of heart. Am I right? Wake up one day with a promotion, and suddenly all those people, all those lives, are your responsibility. But at the end of the day, kid, you're not meant to be a miracle worker. You're meant to do some good where you can. Everyone seems to forget the captain's already got a handful with their own lives. Sooner or later, though, you'll find yourself with a hand free, and that's when you reach out to help someone else. Part of the job. Point being, there ain't no time for brooding in this job. Your team, they're still alive. Isn't that enough for now?
Our ride should be here any minute, you two.
We're ready and waiting, baby. I guess I probably could have taught you this stuff before. I know I left without giving you the big speech. How an officer is supposed to make decisions, survive, lead the team, that sort of thing. Anyway, I figured I'd pop in and give you a little touch of advice, huh? Make your life a little easier. On that note, it's about time for the chopper to get here. I am starving. And what does a guy have to do to get a cold brew?
I didn't expect you so soon. I'm sorry. This is my fault. Everyone in this hospital is here because of me. Enough. I don't want you to pity me. If I hadn't let this happen, if I just dealt with it on my own, I never should have involved you all in my mistakes. I'm not the god-eater you are. Everyone knows. I don't delude myself, but still. The Nova, it's my responsibility. At least I thought it was. The sins of the father become the sins of the son. And when the Nova got loose, I saw it arrayed before me again. That sin dragged out for all to see. Or maybe a chance to bury it forever. Looks like that choice has been made for me, hasn't it? I'm sorry. I've taken too much of your time with my self-loathing. There is one more thing, however. That girl, the one that looks like... She's been sighted around the den a few times. Dr. Sakaki and I brainstormed a few theories and came up with a solid reason as to why she's here, as to who she is. The best guess we have is that she was born from an artificial Nova fragment. While it fought with us or other origami, weak pieces of the Nova may have shattered, some of its oracle seeping into the ground. Its ability to activate and ignite oracle cells may have drawn the pieces together and, in a way, formed that girl. She's so fragile, like glass or snow. No core, no heart. Of course. It is only a small piece of theory, but I think I understand why she appears. It's the moon. She appears like the tides, all surrounding the wax and wane of the moon. Once, they were all the same. All part of one origami. The Nova that resides there, and the one loose here, and the girl. Let me say this once, and we'll leave it at that. That girl, whatever it may be, it's not Shio. Just a rogue element that the Nova absorbed. Some fragment of a fragment that makes it appear like her, but it's not Shio. Thank you for coming to see me. I'll be ready to enter the field again tomorrow. Farewell.
It's great to see you all back in your fighting trim. Oh, you pulled off quite a recovery. I know we've been pushing you hard since the beginning. In truth, I wish we could afford more time. I'd love to give you a vacation.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my edge. Wouldn't want the tickets to the gun show to sell out, if you catch my drift.
I'm glad to hear that from you, Coda. A little confused, but mostly glad.
We're ready to enter the battlefield. But have you come up with a way to defeat the second Nova?
In a way, Alyssa. You see, Lenka and I put our heads together and advanced a number of theorems and strategies. The only one that held any water, however, was God-Arc delicacies.
Oh, what?
I think he means what?
It's an odd term, I know, but it does have merit. When we slay origami, our God-Arcs take in a part of their bias factor. The problem is, the Nova works the same way. The clash of those similar factors is nullified.
Hence, we must make our God-Arcs stronger, yes? We must devour origami, rare ones that the Nova has never encountered.
Sounds promising. Let's get on the hunt and take some rare cores.
It won't be easy. I mean, it never is. Some origami have eaten artificial Nova fragments, making them very rare. They are perfect targets, but also about the Nova's equal in sheer power.
Ooh! Perhaps we could call them Dreadnought-class origami. That sounds dreadfully frightening, yes?
Yeah, Dreadnought. Pretty frightening there, Doc.
Good thing he didn't lose his edge.
They're called Dreadnoughts, Alyssa! Dreadnoughts!
As luck would have it, we already have leads on a number of potential Dreadnoughts. I know it's risky to send you on such a hunt fresh from the hospital bed, but if the Nova reaches them first, we lose our advantage. So I ask, are you up to the challenge?
Oh, you know we're up to the challenge. Whatever, I'm totally not scared of dying and being eaten by a giant monster. No way, that's ridiculous. Let's do this.
The report said it likes to hunt in this region. The origami should be nearby.
Then it's time to do some hunting of our own, right? Guys?
Something wrong?
Hey, wait! Hold on.
She looks just like Shia. What was that?
What the hell just happened? Someone tell me what just happened.
Tell me everybody saw that.
Yeah.
That was a resonance, wasn't it? There's nothing else it could have been.
Looks like we have a more pressing problem.
Thank you, guys. These scouting reports will be a great help.
Yeah, you know we're not putting our necks on the line for kicks and giggles, right? You owe me big time for that.
Of course, Carol. I promise the next mission with a large bounty will be all yours.
We're glad to help, Alyssa. Just let us know if there's anything else we can do.
I might hold you to that. Thanks again. Oh, hi you two. I was just coming to see you. The scouts in the defense unit tracked down some of the dreadnoughts for us. They've been hunting them all over the Far East. Now that we have solid intelligence, all that's left is to take them down and challenge the Nova again. Soma, what's with that look?
Where did you get that book?
Ah, totally forgot I had it. Dr. Sakaki lent it to me. It's an interesting study, really. The former director had a lot to say about the construction of the anti-origami wall.
Why would you waste your time with his words?
It's not a waste. We need to seize every advantage if we want to defeat the Nova. It doesn't matter where the help comes from. I started trying to push through it when I was in the ICU. It's pretty dense stuff, though. Not a beach read, to be sure. But the research? Soma, your parents were brilliant. It comes through in every word they wrote. Your parents were trying to protect humanity. They made mistakes, they were wrong, but the proof is here. They wanted us to survive, to flourish. Perhaps we can never forgive the former director his mistakes. Perhaps we shouldn't. But no one can deny that someone with that passion, with such vision, should be the one leading humankind. Oh, and that reminds me, I have to pick up the latest tactical analysis from Lenka, if you'll pardon me.
When did she... Alyssa just... She's right. I owe the people of this place so much. Not just because I've made mistakes, but because they've constantly forgiven them. You're one to talk. You're the only one here who takes on more than I do. Although, to be fair, you're pretty talented. Who knew it would take Alyssa to make me see it? I won't make promises that I'm not sure I can reach, but I will try.
First unit, an Oracle response just showed up near your position. Brace for combat.
Origami! Come out and fight us!
Coda, when has that ever worked? Origami aren't pets, they don't come when called.
Hey, over there!
What? Arxa!
Sorry, I thought I saw that shield girl thing. Let's go investigate.
You realize we have a mission and objectives, right, Coda?
Whatever, spoil sport, you can't rain on this parade.
Coda, wait for the rest of us! Wait!
Hold.
Must be her memories. Memories of us.
Oh, cool. We'll figure it out later, guys. Party's here.
Come in, first unit. This is Dr. Sakaki. Can you read me in the field?
Hey, Doc. Didn't expect to hear from you until the debriefing. What's going on?
An opportunity, my boy! A new Oracle signature appeared on screen, in the region of the derelict carrier. A dreadnought class, I'm certain. The core is likely mutated beyond anything we've seen. This could be the weapon that turns the tide. I hate to ask, but we must strike now. I know you're all tired. You fought hard, done yeoman service. But if we can reach that core before the Nova does...
Dr. Sakaki, the Nova's en route. It must have been tracking the dreadnought this whole time. On the move and closing fast. ETA 300 seconds and counting.
No! No, not now!
Nova won't have this one. Let's move.
Chopper is rerouting to the carrier. Goddard's ready.
And I can only pray they arrive in time.
I didn't want to. I was so hungry. Why was I so hungry? I didn't want to. I don't want to be like this anymore. is ruin, death, pain. I don't want that. I just wanted to play with you again. I just wanted my friends back. Memory. She misses us. Captain, hi. I'm glad you're here.
Poor Shio. I keep hearing her voice, that memory. She just wanted to stay with us a little longer. I'd imagine there are a lot of things she still wanted to do. She was only able to be human for so long. It's not fair.
So many little fragments of her memory. Her life and her choices and her hopes. She was so small, so fragile, and still had to make such a choice. She balanced the weight of the world.
That small, fragile girl saved us. She saved the world. The moon was the only place she could go.
They fight. Shio fought for us. And my parents, they fought for a better world, always hoping we could have a brighter future. And I won't let those fights end in vain. The Nova wants to destroy us, wants to end our future. I can't face this battle alone. I need your help. Please.
Come on, dude, you don't gotta ask.
I can't believe you. You really thought you were alone in this, huh? Like you're the only one who feels that way.
Thank you.
All right, now that's decided.
Now we just need a viable strategy. We've already seen the Nova won't go down without a fight.
Hey, I'm liking all those teamwork sounds I'm hearing.
Lindo, sir!
We tracked down the Nova and got some new intel that just might end this fight. Hope everyone's ready for a briefing.
The Nova's holed up in the mountains, dormant for the moment. It's in what the scientists call the pupa stage, which means it's gonna transform into something big and nasty. Now I know you all like big, nasty, near-invincible monsters, but Lenka stumbled upon some good news.
I didn't exactly stumble on it. Point is, our God Arcs can't counter the Nova's massive hodgepodge of bias factors. But I think, note on think, we found a way to tear down its defenses. Temporarily. A little bit. It was actually Coda's report that led us here, so thank you, Coda.
And a what?
In the moments after an origami absorbs a new core, its bias factors converge, trend, towards a certain pattern. In the case of the Nova, its tons and tons of factors will be reduced to a few basic ones that we can analyze and break. And the best part, the more powerful the core it eats, the more dramatic the effect. So, all we have to do is get some prime bait, the best cores we can dig up. When the Nova devours, it'll crash its defenses. Hard.
See, no trouble at all. After it emerges, the Nova will still be weak for a brief time. We blast the core into it then, before it can react. Once it starts absorbing, its defenses will crash and realign. All we gotta do is focus on cutting that beast down.
You should have almost an hour to slay the beast before it fully takes in the new factors. Allow me to stress this point. You are granting the Nova a strong core. If it survives, the sword of Damocles comes crashing down. It is a sound strategy, but this will be our one and only opportunity. If the Nova is allowed to pupate and emerge, full-grown and stronger than ever, we may never defeat it. Alia Jacta Est. I'll combine the Dreadnought cores we've been collecting to form the bait. It should be very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Well, please feel free to discuss the operation specifics amongst yourselves. Oh, just one more thing. We've estimated when the nova is like to emerge. Strange. It should appear just as the moon approaches its perigee. The closest one in 18 years. Now, isn't that intriguing?
Sakuya reporting in. Confirmed at Point Beta.
Gotcha. We're closing in on Point Alpha now. Stay safe out there.
Wow!
It's amazing. I've never seen the moon so big before.
Admire later. We gotta move.
That's the nova.
Things are stirring inside. It should emerge any moment.
Hold steady, guys.
Sakuya, hit it!
Impact confirmed. Well shot. Absorbing the core. Bias factors are shifting. They're stable. Nova defense has crashed.
It's time!
Now we shall bury you, beast!
Look out!
We're at your command, Captain. Orders?
We're ready to move. Let's end this fight here.
I'll slow it down. Leave the overwatch to me.
Let's rip this bastard apart!
All right, Captain, it's on you. Your wish is my command.
We'll take this monster down! Lindo, Soma, strike from the flanks! Sakuya, Koda, Alyssa, carve out an opening!
Got it!
Cut through!
Finish it!
Shio!
It's her.
Shio!
Shio! I will make sure you always have a home here! keep the den safe and sound. I swear! And I'll be right here waiting for you.
I'll always take a chance to thank the girl who saved my life. I promise I'll care for everything you gave me. And every day.
Shio, my sweet little Shio, you still fight for us, still protect us. When we meet again, we'll do so much together. It'll be wonderful, I know it will. There's so much fun for us still to have. Shio! I miss you. I miss you so much. But I swear, I'm gonna protect this world for you. I'll study and learn and fight and go anywhere. I won't break down again. Just you watch. No matter how hard it gets, I'll be brave like you.
Get in there.
She's waiting for you.
Be a good girl, all right? I miss you.
Shio, thank you. Farewell.
I heard all of you. Every word. Even with eternity between us, we are always together.